What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video I am bringing you guys the second day in my week of collection videos. Like I said in the first one, this week I am on vacation, so I'm bringing you guys my full collection as it is before I go on vacation. I am celebrating my birthday during my trip, so I might purchase a couple of more goodies, but this is going to be the main collection that I will be going into 2019 with. Today, what am I gonna do today? Today I'm gonna do highlighters and blushes. It's a really big collection for me, but I feel like I should give you guys something good because yesterday was kind of boring. So I want to give you guys a good one. So if you guys are interested in seeing what highlighters and what blushes I have in my collection, oh, before I say, just keep watching. Just before I say that, I did record this look. This look will probably coming up in 2019, so just wait on it. But it is doing a My Perfect palette, so that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, if you guys want to see my blush and highlighter collection, then just keep watching. Alrighty guys, so welcome to yet another collection video. My camera is crooked. Why are you so crooked? Okay, so welcome back to another collection video. We're going to be focusing on this baby right here. This is where I house all my highlighters and all my blushes. I have them separated by the sides. There isn't a divider because I don't want to take any room that my blushes and my highlighters could be using. Now what I'm gonna do is I have some highlighters over there on my desk where I'm testing them out, etc, etc. So let me just grab those really quickly and we can get started. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna start off with the stuff that I had over there really quickly. Let's start off with this. This is the ColourPop blush in Tulip to Quit. It's like a really nice neutral everyday blush. No fuss, no muss when I put this on, and I really do like it. This one is the Too Faced Papa Don't Peach blush. I heard so many people talking about this blush that I decided to go ahead and purchase it when they had a 30% off sale. Lo and behold, this is some ash on ash, but I'm working with it to see how I can use it. If I can't find a reason to use it, I will declutter it. Next is another blush that potentially might be decluttered. I'm working on figuring out how I feel about it. And this is a Sephora Colorful Blush in Fascinated. When I originally got this, I was so happy I got this because this is the only coral orangey blush that I had in my collection. Since then, I have definitely increased the amount of blushes that I have in this color scheme. And for me, I want to see if this really works. And if it doesn't, I want to get it out, let somebody else use it. And I know I don't record declutters here on my channel, but I do a lot of decluttering. And this box right here, this cube, is all items that I have decluttered from my actual collection to give to other people. So every time you see something in there, it's not in my collection, it's for somebody else. Next is the Charlotte Tilbury blush, and I got this in Love is the Drug. I swatched this when I was shopping with my friend Katie, and I said it had to come home with me. When I got it home with me, I was like, oh, okay. And ever since, I haven't even reached for it again. So I took it out of my collection to really see if I'm interested in it, to see if I'm really going to get my use out of it. If not, I'm just going to go ahead and declutter it as well. This is a blush that I just recently got, so I haven't even really touched it, swatched it, anything. And this is a MAC Extra Finish. Wow. This is a MAC Extra Dimension Finish, Skin Finish, whatever, in Rosy Cheeks. This is a blush that I got after hearing Angelica Nyquist rave and rant about this formula, and I had been wanting to try it anyway, so I went ahead and purchased this in December with my points, and yeah, so that's that. This is a blush that I purchased a while ago. I want to say I got this off of Macy's website. This is a Laura Mercier blush in Cur Royal. This is one of my go-to mauve blushes. It is very light. Although it does show up on my skin, it is pretty light. So what I like to do is actually mix it with another blush. This is very good formula though, so if you're interested in it, I would recommend it. Yeah, I don't really have any blushes in my collection that I don't like. So those are all the blushes that I had over there. Let's just go finish these blushes and then we can do the highlighters that I had over there and then the highlighters over here. So if you're interested in how I got this, this is from the Container Store. I will hopefully try and remember to link it down below so that you guys can just go to that link. It's from like their Luxe line or something like that. First in the front is this Too Faced Tutti Frutti blush, and this is the Cherry Bomb one. I got this one because at the time this was unique to my collection, and it still is. Over here is a shimmery red blush, and over here is like a gold highlighter, if you will. You can mix them together. I prefer not to. I think it brings a little bit too much emphasis on my cheeks. I prefer to just use this as a blush and just use that as a highlighter, but you can mix them together. Just most of the time it brings too much, but in the summer it would be very nice to mix those two together. Next, I apparently have a Becca blush, and this is in their Luminous finish, and it is Snap Dragon. This is yet another luminous red blush, but it's a different type of luminosity than that Tutti Frutti one. This is a little bit more natural in my opinion, a little bit more wearable. I could wear this in the winter, spring, fall, summer, whereas the Tutti Frutti one, I think it brings a little bit too much luminosity to really wear all year round. But this is coming from the person who wear anything anytime around, so you know, don't really listen to me. Next, I have a Juvia's Place blush in Bella. They brought this out in one of their latest collections. I honestly can't remember. This is a very pigmented tomato red blush, and I really do enjoy this blush. Next, this is the Patrick Star and MAC blush in Take Me Home. This was a blush that I was searching high and low for because I had not purchased or found a mauve toned blush. If you know me, you know I wear a lot of purple looks, and so I really wanted a mauve toned blush to wear with those looks. This was something that I purchased off of Poshmark from a third-party retailer or seller. I do enjoy it. I do use it when I need a mauve tone blush, and I would say this one is a little bit darker than the Kirk Royal. Actually, let me bring those so you guys can see. So actually, now that I see them together, they're pretty much the same. On camera, it looks like Kirk Royal is a little bit deeper, but in person, they're pretty much the same. So yeah, two very good blushes, but like I said, I still do tend to mix this Kirk Royal when I put it on my face. Actually, let's go back. Okay, next I have a L'Oreal True Match blush, and this one is in Spiced Plum. Now this was the very first blush that I purchased trying to find my mauve toned blush. I wanted to stay drugstore just because I didn't want to spend too much money. Lo and behold, this does not pull purple on me. This actually turns pink on me. Wow. So I like this blush. I like the formula, but it was not doing what I wanted it to, which is why I purchased the other two blushes that I've already showed you guys. Next is the Lorac blush that I purchased. I was interested in this color and I had money on Poshmark, so I went ahead and got it. And this is in Aurora. This is a very, very light blush. If my camera focused on it, that would be nice. It's a very light blush. I would say this is more pinky with like an undertone of mauve. And this once again was in that phase where I was really trying to get a mauve blush. Good formula. But yeah, you can find these really cheap. It seems like Lorac is not trying to keep this formula anymore, so I wouldn't pay full price. I don't even know if this is still on Ulta, but if it is, I wouldn't pay full price. I would not pay full price. Okay, the next two are ABH blush trios, and I got both of these from TJ Maxx when I was doing my TJ Maxx thing. This one is in Pool Party, and the other one that I have is in Pink Passion. If I was talented or coordinated. Funny enough, I didn't want either of these. I actually wanted the orangey one, but I never found that one. And of course now I can find that one, but I'm trying to show some constraint and not purchase either. I like the formula. It's not extremely beautiful. It's not extremely not beautiful. You know, it's cool. And I got them for $10. So, you know, no fuss, no muss. All right, guys, so my camera died on me. So I'm just going to start where I left off, which was this Bare Minerals Gin Nude Blush in But First Coffee. I got this on sale at a TJ Maxx. It's a beautiful brown with like a purple undertone blush. I would not recommend using this as a bronzer, although I thought originally I could, but it has a little bit too much purple for me to suggest that, in my opinion. Either way, it's a really beautiful blush, and I would recommend trying to get these on sale because who doesn't want a bargain? Next, I have this L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted blush. I don't think there's a number anymore. There was originally a number. Oh wait, 191 Fantastical. Maybe that's the shade. And it's just a beautiful warm toned blush with like a sheen to it. Not a shimmer, but definitely a sheen, and it definitely does have a scent. I like these to be like, if I want to bring some more sheen to my skin and I think my foundation is too matte, I will reach for a more sheeny or shimmery blush. And I do like this formula, would recommend it. The last two blushes in this row are both from LA Girl. They're both the Just Blushing blushes. The purple one is Just Dance, and the more red toned one is Just Fearless. If I can open them. This formula is extremely pigmented and extremely opaque, so you don't need to dip too much. And even though it looks like I haven't used them, I have. They're just that pigmented. I would recommend this blush if you want to get a cheap blush that is pigmented, but you can also blend out as well. I would recommend this. And these are both matte, so you're not going to get any form of sheen or anything with these babies. Alrighty, starting my next row, we have two Laura Geller blushes. The lighter one is in Papaya, the darker one is in Plum Berry. I got both of these off of, I want to say, TJ Maxx online after researching swatches of them, and I like them both. I think they're both beautiful. It is a more baked gelée formula, so you're going to have to use a different brush, one that'll actually pick up the product. But once you find the right brush, these are beautiful on the skin. And I wouldn't say they give you a matte. I think it's a slightly more than a matte, but definitely less than a satin. So it's kind of in between. I do like these blushes and I would recommend them. And lately these have been on sale a lot, so I wouldn't even suggest getting them full price. I would just wait till they go on sale personally. Next we got a bougie blush from Dior. I did talk about this in one of my must-have, must-gags, and this is the Dior blush in Poison Matte. It's like a dark purple blush. My camera is not doing it justice. It's actually washing it out, but it's a really pretty blush. Very nice formula, and if you're in the market for spending some money on some blush, I would recommend this formula. Next we have a blush from Certify. I purchased this when I got my Certify palette that I have in my collection. This is a beautiful, beautiful blush. It's like a mauve blush. I would say it has slightly more pink than most mauve blushes, but it's still a really nice formula. It is like kind of like that Baked Gelée where it has like a slight sheen, but not a lot. So yeah, I do like this blush. Next we have this Kevyn Aucoin blush in Sephora. I'm debating if I'm going to get another blush from this line. It's actually on Haute Look, but I do love this formula. Very pigmented, very opaque. This is like a really bright orange blush. And yeah, I do like this formula. Okay, next is another blush from ColourPop. This is the more brighter brush that I got, and it's called Main Chick. It's a very bright orange blush, beautiful coloring. I do like this formula, and if you want a cheap blush, I would recommend this. All right, next, I already talked about this. Okay, next are my NARS blushes. A lot of these are limited edition, but I purchased them from third-party sites. So if you're interested, you could too. This first one is called Boys Don't Cry. It's a very beautiful tangerine blush with like a gold overspray to it. I would recommend this blush, and I actually wish the overspray was infused into the whole blush because I really think it adds a little something to this blush that's not in all of my other ones. Next NARS blush we have is Taj Mahal. This one is not limited edition, so you can get this one on NARS's website right now. It is a very shimmery orange blush, but I think it's beautiful for the summertime when you don't necessarily want to put blush and highlighter on. You want to just throw one product on your cheeks to really bring some dimension to your cheeks. I would recommend this one for darker skin tones. I really do love this one. Next is SM, and it is like a burgundy, but it has like pink to it. It's very unique. I don't think I have any other blush that really matches this, but I really do enjoy this color, and I believe this is limited edition. Two more NARS blushes. This is the Eddie M one and Loves Me. This is like a burgundy blush with like a purple undertone. It's really interesting, very unique. I really do enjoy this blush, and yeah, good to go. Last NARS blush is from the Christian Kane collection, and it's called Starscape, and it is a very, very bright purple blush. I don't wear these very often, but when I do, I now have, I want to say, 2 blushes, so I'm happy with that, and yeah, good to go. Another expensive blush that I have is from Hourglass. I purchased this with one of my shopping sprees with my friend Katie. This one is in Radiant Magenta, and it actually shows up on my skin, which I am very happy about. The magenta part is the, of course, pink. Unfortunately, you can't really see because my camera is not focusing on the right part, but the more pink part is the magenta, and then the darker part that looks really light on camera because my camera is not focused is the more radiant part. So bringing them together really brings you a nice sheen on your face, and I really do like this, and I wanted to get it because it's like the only Hourglass product that I can find to work for my skin tone. So yeah. Alrighty, so I got this blush not necessarily wanting it for the color, but really wanted to try the formula. This is Kevyn Aucoin's Neo Blush and Rose Clip. I use this when I swirl all the colors together, although some people use these two as blushes and that's a highlighter. Either way, I think this is a beautiful formula, and if I'm still interested in the other color, then I will purchase that. The only thing I hate is that you get a lot of fingerprints on this, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, only 2 more blushes in this row. This is a drugstore blush. This is from Flower Beauty, and this is the blush in Wild Rose. It's a nice pinky blush. This is more soft, so this could be more of an everyday blush for me. It is darker than what's showing up on the screen. It's a lot darker. But yeah, it's a beautiful blush, and I like the formula. So yeah, I have never tried the Milani flower blushes, if you care to know. And then another Too Faced blush that I purchased in the other order of all the other Too Faced blushes that I have is the Too Faced Love Flush blush and I Will Always Love You. I have been lusting after this for almost a year. Oh my gosh, come on. There we go. I've been lusting for this one for almost a year now, and I finally got my hands on it. I love this blush. It's beautiful. I do wish that it was slightly darker. It is darker than, once again, what it's showing on the camera, but I do wish that it was a little bit darker on my complexion, but I do really like this blush and I'm happy I got this one. Okay, winding down on the blushes, we have 3 more left. This is a Super Shock Cheek. It's a pearlized finish and drop of a hat. I use this as a blush, but it can be used as a highlighter. It's like the Super Shock formula. It's beautiful, shimmery. Yeah. I do like it. And I would recommend it if you're interested in a shimmery blush, or if you just want to use it as a highlighter, you can do that. Next, I have, I think, one of my more expensive blushes, and this is a Chantecaille blush, and this one is in Laughter. It's a beautiful coral blush. I love this one. It's really pretty. There was an overspray with some shimmer in it, which I adored. I once again wish that shimmer was still in here, but the blush color is still very pretty. And you can see I've almost killed the imprint, and yeah, I really do like this blush, so I would recommend this if you have some money to drop. Okay, and then last to round up is one of my cheapest blushes, and that works, is the NYX Electro blush. It's a very purpled pink color. This is a beautiful blush. I really love this formula. Once again, this is a fantastic formula if you don't want to spend too much money on blushes. I do recommend this formula. I have one other blush in a face palette that I have, but I do recommend this formula, and I might actually depot this to go into that face palette too. Okay, now it's time to go into the highlighter section. Okay, let's start off with the highlighters that I had on my desk for various reasons. So this is a highlighter that I am going to be testing out again. This is the Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Drive. I have used this before. I got this off of Haute Look, and I think it's too light for me. I'm gonna try again. If not, my best friend is gonna be a super happy girl because she's gonna get this one, and I don't think she has any Ofra highlighters. So yeah. Next, I have a JD Glow highlighter that I have recently hauled, but I still haven't put it on my face yet, and this is in Rosé. It's a beautiful highlighter. I don't want to swatch it because I want to get my first impressions of this baby, but it's a really pretty highlighter, so I'm really excited to get this one on my face. 2 other highlighters that I haven't really completely tested out. These are both from the Paradise collection from NYX. I purchased this one, which is Paradise Fluff, and it's Head in the Clouds. I got this because of Tara Babies, and this blend right here is insane. It's so beautiful, so unique. So I decided I needed to get this one too. And actually, looking at this is the same color scheme as the Kevin Aquan trio that I wanted, so I won't be getting that one. And this one is in Sweet Custard. It's a warmer version of this baby down here. I am extremely excited. From swatching this one before, it was a very smooth formula. Super excited to put those on my face. And last but not least, I fell into the hype and went ahead and got this stupid highlighter. This is the ABH Amrezy highlighter. This is what it looks like. You should know. I mean, this has been everywhere. Yeah, I will say that I saw an Instagram, somebody was swatching this in comparison to Rodeo Drive, and they said it was a dupe. I don't think it's a dupe. I think this one's darker and it has a lot more of a gold undertone, so I can finesse this more on my skin than Rodeo Drive, but I'm still testing both of these formulas a little bit more, so yeah, stay tuned for that. Now let's get into the meat of everything. This is a Dose of Colors I Love Sahadi palette blush. Wow, highlighter, and this is in Bathe. This was the first blush, good lord, this was the first highlighter that I got from Dose of Colors, and I like this. It is icy and it takes a while for it to warm up on my skin, but once it warms up on my skin, it is a very beautiful highlighter, and I'm happy I purchased this one. Next is a highlighter that I got from indie brand. It's called Andy Candy Makeup, and this one is in Serial Killer. This is a beautiful highlighter, very unique. It has the red dots and then the silver in the middle. The silver is more of the actual highlighter color, and then the red is just more of a coloring to deepen up the highlighter color. I'm hoping that even though I think this red dotting is going to be more all throughout the highlighter, because I'm really worried that once I get through this first layer, I won't be able to use it because it's going to be way too icy. But I really do like this highlighter. It's really pretty. Next, I'll just go ahead and do all of my loose highlighters. I have both of Jackie Aina's Artist Couture highlighters. This one is LeBron's, this one is La Peach. La Peach is a little too icy for me, but I can make it work. LeBron's is perfect for me. And then this one is a highlighter that I got with my Essence of Earth purchase, and they just threw it in, and this is the color Coral Cove. It's pretty. It is more of like a pink undertone. It's very pretty, but I don't reach for loose highlighters very often, so it kind of is just gonna sit in my collection. Come on. Okay, the one that's in the back is this Marc Jacobs Omega Glaze highlighter. I got this when I was with my friend Katie. This is a very pretty highlighter. As you can see, I have used it, and yeah, very pretty, very expensive. What are you gonna do? All right, let's go from the back to the front this time. This is a Kat Von D single eyeshadow. This is in Thrasher. I got this because I wanted to use it as a highlighter. I thought it was a unique color and it'd be cool to use it as a highlighter. It's like a gold with a green undertone. Very pretty. Since purchasing this one, I've actually somehow got another highlighter that reminds me of it. I can't think of the name. But I think it's in here, so I'll show you guys. Next is a highlighter. This used to be my go-to highlighter. I was loving this one. This is the Makeup Monsters highlighter in Cross the Streams. Makeup Monsters is no longer a brand. They switched to Menagerie Beauty, but this highlighter is so beautiful, and I hope they bring back their highlighters in their new brand, because this one was a go-to for me for a really long time. Next, I got a Laura Geller highlighter, and this one is Peach Glow. This is a very light highlighter, but very beautiful. And I can get away with it, although, you know, I don't want to give it away, but I can get away with this one. So it's very pretty, and yeah, Peach Glow. Next, we have a Be Elegant Cosmetics highlighter. Holy smokes, this broke again. Okay, so I can't really show you guys. That's what it looks like. It's in Medusa. I tried to repress it. Apparently their repressing is not working. But yeah, it's a very pretty highlighter. The gold particles in this highlighter makes it work. And even though it has the green and the red and the orange in there. Next, I have a highlighter from Becca. I have quite a few from Becca, and this one's in Chocolate Geode. This is a very, very beautiful, beautiful dark chocolate highlighter. Anybody my complexion or darker, I think you would really like this one. Next is a highlighter that a lot of people did not like, but this is the Fenty Beauty How Many Carats highlighter. I thought this was very unique and interesting, and I like this for the purpose of adding on top of other highlighters when I want a more shimmery reflective situation. I might actually bringing this on my trip. We will see. Next is a Milk Makeup highlighter, and this one's in Holographic. This is a very pretty highlighter. I was not expecting how pretty this highlighter was, but it actually is really pretty. So yeah, I would recommend this if you were interested. The next is a highlighter. I had to stop myself from using this one. This is the Desi and Katie highlighter in Chasing the Sun. I was using this highlighter almost every day for like a month, and I had to stop myself from using this one because there were other highlighters I had to test out, or I just wanted to rotate through my collection. If you can still get this baby, I would highly recommend it for people of color. It is beautiful. Next, we have a highlighter in Diamond Lily. I purchased this one because I was trying to stop myself from purchasing the silver highlighter that Fenty released, and I heard about this one, thought this would be a good dupe, so I got this one, and I honestly don't even use it. I don't even think I've used it once. I think I've only opened it. So I'm very happy that I did not purchase that Rihanna one, and I want to go ahead and try this one out on my complexion to see if I like it or not. Next, this is a Givenchy highlighter, and this one is in 02 Shimmery Gold. Very pretty highlighter, and there is some shimmer in there, but you have to get through the top layer. So very, very pretty highlighter. One of my smallest highlighters is from Becca. I got this off of a TJ Maxx kit, and this one is in Rose Gold. This is another highlighter that I think needs to really warm up on my complexion, because without it warming up on my complexion, it actually looks a little too icy for my taste. But I do like this highlighter, hence why it has stayed in my collection. Okay, one last row. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, poop. Okay, so first in this row is a Makeup Revolution or Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter, and this one is in Rose Gold Lights. At this point, this is the beginning of my highlighter craze. I didn't have any rose gold highlighters. This is a very hard formula, and this one might actually be getting kicked out of my collection. I don't really reach for it because I don't like how hard it is. It's a pretty highlighter, but just, I don't know. Yeah. Next, we have two Wet n Wild blushes, but they're too light for my complexion. This one is in Hummingbird Hype. This one is in Don't Flatter Yourself. I got these after loving the other one, which is like Dare to Soar. That's the darker one out of this collection. And so I thought I could get some use out of these two highlighters. These two are pretty as these two blushes. These two are pretty for my complexion as highlighters, and that's why they're in my highlighter section, not my blush section. Next, I got a Fenty Beauty Duo. This one is in Sangria Sunset and oh my god, this one is in Sangria Sunset and Mimosa Sunrise. Beautiful duo. A lot of people were interested in this duo. I still am interested in the other two in this series. I just haven't pulled the trigger on them. This is a highlighter. If you can purchase it, run and get it. Run. This is the MAC Sun Flushed Extra Dimension Skin Finish. This thing is insane. It's a duochrome with shimmer in it. If you can purchase this, please get it. Please, for me and for you, get this highlighter, put it on your face, and then tell me how much you love it. Okay? I know you guys can see that duochrome even with it just sitting in. Oh my, it's just, this one is beautiful. Next, we have a Becca highlighter. This is the Dreamsicle one. I purchased this during a VIB sale. It's a beautiful, beautiful orange highlighter. I do tend to reach for orangey highlighters, so this was right up my alley, and I did go ahead and scoop this one up, as you can see. This is the one that reminds me of the Kat Von D single that I have. This is the Maybelline Mastercrobe in Molten Topaz. It has like a green undertone to this more bronze goldy coloring, but it's not as hard of a duochrome as that Kat Von D single. So if you don't want it to be as hard of a duochrome, go for this one. If you do, go for that single. Next is a highlighter. I was not expecting to like this one. This is a Focal Point Glow Lighter in Your Treat. This is a beautiful highlighter. I got this from Target because Colored Rain is now sold in Target. This is a beautiful highlighter, beautiful formula, nice and smooth. I would recommend this for chocolate girls. This is a really nice one. a highlighter not many people liked. I do. This is the Smashbox Vlada Petal Metal Highlighter in Rose Mantic. I think this is a beautiful highlighter. A lot of people thought that it was not very pigmented. It was very, oh my Lord, why did that? Okay, a lot of people thought that it wasn't that pigmented and that it wasn't that opaque. I thought it was extremely pigmented. So I still like this highlighter. I will keep this in my collection. It is beautiful, in my opinion. Okay, down to the last 4 highlighters. I just pulled them all out. This one is an Ofra highlighter. This one is an Ofra highlighter. It's in Beam the Haters. This is a part of the Nikki Tutorials collab. This is the darker portion. This is a beautiful highlighter. This one is really nice, and I want to include or purchase the Bali highlighter. I clearly don't need any others, you see? So, but if you like a really blinding highlight and you're a darker complexion, I would recommend this one. Next is the Pixie Duo. It's in Subtle Sunrise. I am keeping this one for this baby right here. This one really works for my complexion. I bought both thinking I could wear one of the colors out of each. I can't. The other two, no. This is the one that I can really rock with. The other one I'm leaving for my best friend. So yeah, I like this duo. Next, I have a highlighter from Makeup Geek. This one is in Sunlight. This is a beautiful highlighter. I don't know why people don't talk about Makeup Geek highlighters, but this is a really good one and I would recommend it if you were interested. And last but certainly not least is a NARS highlighter in Maldives. This is a highlighter that I purchased when I didn't have very many, and this is a rose gold version. Very smooth, but this is not going to be a beaming highlighter. This is definitely a subtle one, but I like it for that. So yeah, that is my blush and highlighter collection. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, y'all, it has been real. Bye bye.